Hiya, and welcome back to Remember the Flowers. The game that teaches us that maybe it's not a good idea to remember the flowers. Yeah, sometimes it might not be a good idea. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Saves don't work. Chapter 7. What the fuck? I'm left stunned at the man in front of me. The thing that's in front of me doesn't even look human, let alone alive. Presenting Darius, Ishmael, Octavio, in all his glory. A mechanical voice echoes out from the corpse-like body. That's enough. Back to your post. Dario bows. Of course, your majesty. Oh, hiya. I can hear Dario's footsteps as he walks away, but my eyes stay fixated on Darius. A chill runs down my spine as he finally addresses me. No. Oh, hi! Welcome, Lance Krager. Tell me, how has Cyrus Cantwell been? That is on a need-to-know basis, and bitch, you don't need to know. Oh, Chapter 17, Departure. Oh my god, thank you for the raid, and yay! The thing is working. The thing is working. Girl, that helmet needs to explode. It does. I can't even comprehend what he just asked me. I'm frozen and say nothing. Sitting right in front of me is Darius, the same Darius I swore to kill all those years ago. Now he's my employer. He looks as old as they say, like a mummy hooked up on life support. When he moves his head up to look at me, I jump. It seems someone is at a loss for words, not that I can blame you. It's not often that I entertain guests these days. I hope you can make yourself at home. Hollow. That's the best I can describe how he sounds. I nod in his direction. I'm not sure if he can see me with that thing on his head. He doesn't hesitate to continue speaking. Ugh. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Part of me wants to insult him, but another part of me is like, but he's an old man. Like, I want to insult him, but he's an old man. He's built like a California raisin. There's no need to feign respect, Lance. I've seen all I need to know about you in your files. Without lifting a finger, a screen projects from one of his armrests. Yeah, he's an old man who farms organs. Never mind, I don't feel bad about it anymore. You're built like a California raisin. You look like a good piece of beef jerky.
He looks way too old to be anyone's grandfather.
Yeah. Without lifting a finger, a screen projects from one of his armrests. I'm told you're hot-headed and tenacious, and yet you stand there so still. Is it that you're afraid of me? Yeah, no shit! I can feel my snout twitch. Is he trying to provoke me? Go on. Speak your mind. I've been speaking my mind. He's as arrogant as all the stories I've heard about him. I didn't get this far in life by being stupid. Well, mostly. I'm not about to get myself killed just for speaking out of turn. I see. What a cautious creature. Sure, whatever you want to call it. I ask once again, how is Cyrus doing? Cyrus? I wouldn't know. I haven't seen him in months. That's not that long ago. I've read the reports, but I wish to hear it directly from you. Humor an old man. He was a good friend once upon a time. I guess I could say the same. Think back to the little time I spent with the soft human. Considering his amnesia, I'm not sure I ever got to meet the real Cyrus. The Cyrus I knew was naive and more than a little clumsy, but he had a good heart. As expected from one of our top doctors, at least at the time. Wait, does he mean... How the mighty have fallen. What a shame. Darius must like to hear the sound of his own artificial voice. I don't respond unless he asks me something. He had such potential, but as it goes, he turned out to be just another failure. You're aware of our relationship, are you not? Not exactly, no. You could call him a colleague of mine. We were both alive during the global announcement of the 7 stars. It was centuries ago, but I remember it vividly. They were as beautiful as they were deadly. Cyrus and I had an argument over whom we should be saving. He eventually swayed me into making about 15 large shelters, though there was rigorous screening in order to enter. Only a select few were allowed in. It was for the progress of medicine, after all. There was no need to bring in those who served no purpose to our cause. He never did quite understand my vision. Naturally, our partnership could not last, and yet you kept him around. Is that right? I did. He was working with one of our top scientists back before the fall. To show my gratitude for his cooperation, I promised to make sure he survived. I did just what I said I would do, but it wasn't enough for that boy. Remember this well, Lance Krager. I never break my promises. I gulp. The fur on my neck rises. A voice in the back of my mind is telling me to run away. Cyrus knew what he signed up for. He willingly gave his body for science. I couldn't have been prouder. But instead of taking advantage of his newfound immortality, he instead chose to hold an immature grudge. It still leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Just think of the thousands of lives he could have saved if he had only cooperated and saw the bigger picture. As it were, being at the top of the medicinal field meant nothing to him. What a selfish boy. And now he's on the run, impeding my plans yet again. Darius shifts ever so slightly in his seat. Which leads me to you. I was so thrilled to see he wasn't lost forever. As quickly as he was taken from me, he was found. Clement thought he could hide his blunder. It's only a shame the resistance reached him before I could. I can feel my eye twitch. I will give him credit where it's due, trying to fool us into thinking a different pristine carrier had been captured. A good effort, I would say. Luckily, you were there to fix his mistake, Lance. His compliment catches me off guard. Yes, I guess I was just in the right place at the right time, sir. Indeed. Daria already briefed you on your new mission, correct? Yes, sir. Repeat it back to me. I am to capture Cyrus and bring him back to resume. Correct. This is top priority. You are to bring Cyrus back to his containment cell, and I will see to it that he never has the opportunity to leave ever again. He will fulfill his promise to me, whether he wants to or not. It's only fair. What the hell is wrong with this living corpse? I don't mean to interrupt you, sir, but may I ask about my compensation? What's that? Considering Cyrus is this organization's top priority, I feel like I'm entitled to something of equal value. How about this, then? Once I've confirmed Cyrus has been properly restrained, we will transfer 600,000 plumes directly to you. I furrow my brow and grit my teeth. I recognize that number. Is he toying with me? With all due respect. I only jest. Cyrus is worth much more than that. One would think shelter and an allowance would be enough. Feel free to give us any amount you wish for, I suppose. I don't know what to say in this situation. I don't even want to be part of this mission. Money will only get me so far in here, and the bounty being on Cyrus's head of all people. I know what I want, but I'm not sure yet. I need some time to think about it. Very well. It is vital that he is returned to where he belongs. You have no doubt had a clear look at my disposition, have you not? It's hard not to. Living as long as I have has its fair share of consequences. This body is not the only thing to have weathered away. The human psyche is so fragile and pointless. As one would guess, even my emotions have dulled away over the centuries, but to my advantage. Love, hatred, joy, anger, sadness. I'm above such petty and useless things now. However, boredom is something that still plagues me. As such, I look forward to seeing more reports from you, Lance. It could be quite entertaining. I haven't known him that long and I'm already tired of this man. But by now, I've accepted that I'm fucked. I can't run from Resume no matter what I do. This is my life now. What is money worth if I can't be free? Then, can I ask one more thing? You may. Why are you putting so much trust in me to find Cyrus? I don't have anything to lose at this point. It'd be easy to lead you all on just to protect myself. I'm trapped here after all. If you kill me, no one would care. But killing me means you'll have considerably less chances to find Cyrus. Why don't you answer me that, old man? Darius doesn't respond, and an eerie silence fills the room. I can't gauge his emotions at all, not this corpse. But the silence continues, and now I'm becoming irritated by this man, and by Resume and all its machinations. I'm right, aren't I? There's no amount of money you can offer me. Freedom. What? Finish the mission that fool Clement gave you before he perished. In exchange for Cyrus Cantwell, I promise you, Lance Krager, complete freedom. This would mean removal of your Arcadia collar, of course. To put it simply, I'm asking you to finish the mission you started. He's joking, right? Just like that? I can feel my throat go dry, but I push through it. Are you crazy? You'll let me go despite everything I know. Lance, you are a man with no affiliations, no connections, no loyalty. You have no power here, I'm afraid. I could take what I know to the press once I'm gone and reveal everything. It does not appear you understand. Let me present you with another quandary. Who would believe the word of a man who has committed crime after crime, even before joining the fraction? You've already betrayed the Resistance, and you would have betrayed Resume as well. You have nothing and you have no one. You said it yourself, correct? Exactly! Exactly! This is America! America, fuck yeah, what the fuck is a kilometer? This is America. That's not what I meant. Who do you have? Your comrade, Benjamin, and that girl, whatever name she goes by now. They live in ignorance. Neither one of them knows the real person behind the mask. You are not a victim here. You are simply paying for your mistakes. I ball up my fist so hard it feels like I might bleed. Stop. You live to survive. That is why you have committed so many atrocities until now. You're nothing but a rat scrounging for its next meal. Oh no, no. Oh no. I don't know about luck, but I'm well aware. You know what? I'm not gonna get into politics. I'm not gonna get into politics. Don't make me laugh. Death is not on your agenda. Find me that boy, and you are free to wander that desolate world once again as you please. Otherwise, you will remain under my control for the rest of your days. This man is an absolute ball of evil. If there is nothing else, you may leave. I've already briefed Dario in our meeting. Yes, sir. I turn on my heel, eager to get away from this decrepit man. Oh, but before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. I stop in my tracks, back turned to him. You would be wise to reconsider ever trying to provoke me again. I will forgive you this time. But heed my warning. If you ever attempt to impede my operations, I'll see to it that you never live a life of peace again. Freedom always comes with a price after all. Never forget this. Now be gone. After a moment, I continue walking towards the entrance. The elevator doors open, and I'm greeted by Dario once again as we start our descent. Cyrus, your heart will be mine soon enough. Hey, yo, the fuck? Okay, real quick, I'm gonna go grab some water. My throat is fucking dry. I'm gonna go grab some water. Fuck you, Darius. I'm back and I have water. Hydration station. Ah, fuck. Girl, what are you talking about? Cyrus is the heart transplant. Dario stands there with that shit-eating grin I've already become so familiar with. Without a word, I step inside and stand next to Dario. Despite trying to regain my composure, my heartbeat is off the charts and my hands are shaking. I shove them in my pockets to try and hide that fact. It's silent for a few moments before Dario speaks up. So, how did it go? Look at your axiom. He said he already told you. I'd prefer to hear it from you. It's not every day that Dad calls someone to his office. I look at Dario. He has an aura of smugness, not unlike Artemis. If I never have to see him face to face again, it'll be too soon. Dario bursts out into laughter. I'm not surprised. Most people heave when they see my old man. I don't blame them. I take it you're not particularly close. Isn't it obvious I'm no important to him than you are? Or anyone else for that matter. Dario shrugs. In public, I'm just his puppet. Anything I say to the people comes directly from him. They think Daddy Dearest has long since passed. A martyr for years to come. Oh, shit. He points up at the ceiling of the elevator. Meanwhile, he just sits up on his throne like the god he thinks he is. He's got them all fooled. Like God, huh? Per Dad's orders, you are now a ranking member of the Fraction. Joy. Once King is out of the medical ward, you'll be following him. I work. Dario holds his finger to my snout to stop me from talking. I really want to bite it off, do it, and I'm not afraid to show it on my face. Need I remind you where we are? You don't get to make all the decisions anymore. You work for us now. You need to act like it. Besides, I'm sure you and King will get along great. I swipe the human's hand away. And why's that? You both like to cut loose and do things on your own terms. It's not exactly on my own terms for the one telling me to do it. Get used to it. This is reality. Fuck you. Dario starts to type on his axiom. My own eventually beeps. There's this month's pay. As a member of the Fraction, you get paid in plumes now instead of that useless currency. Feel free to buy whatever you want. That's a freedom you still have. Like father, like son. Telling me what I do and don't have. What can I say? It runs in the family. The elevator dings, signaling our stop. Dario lets himself out first, to which I begrudgingly follow. As much as I'm having fun with you, I do have a meeting with Artemis right about now. Keep in touch, Wolfie. We're going to be working together for the foreseeable future. Don't remind me. And don't forget about poor little Subject 02. I hear she's been missing you. I know! Where is Benji? I miss him. She said that? Well, not to me personally. The security cameras in her room tell us plenty. You're disgusting. Farewell, Lance. You'll see me again soon. Dario gives me one last smirk and walks away, leaving me alone. I start making my way through the halls, still a bit shaken from my encounter with Darius. Now I finally have a moment to absorb what he told me earlier. I knew Cyrus was important to resume, but I never would have guessed in a million years he used to work with Darius. Who are you, Cyrus? Did you really regain your memories? Is the Cyrus that I knew still in there? Does he remember me? With this new mission, I'll likely get my answers soon enough. but knowing what he's capable of now, this will be anything but simple. I think back on that day, the last time I saw him, and I feel a pit in my stomach. It's still burned in my memory, that look of betrayal on his face when I... No, I have to get the hell out of here. Cyrus, there will come a day where you and I cross paths again. When the day comes, I can't promise that anything good will come of it. Oh yeah, Cyrus just wants to fucking eat you. I'm pretty sure of it. He's gonna eat you. Om nom nom. My pacing footsteps echo throughout the halls of the underground base as I head towards Aaron's room. Oh my god! I grumble to myself out of anxiety. My first mission is coming up. I have to tell him sooner or later. I stare anxiously at the door down the hall. This room that Aaron has been recovering in. Vita finally gave me the go-ahead to visit him. Assuming he's already talked to Titania, he must know by now I've joined the Resistance. I'm curious how he reacted. Was he happy? Mad? Sad? Not to mention he's still not at 100%. I don't want to cause him more stress, but he's a resilient guy. He should be fine, right? Gah! Well, if it isn't Ghost to resume... My concentration is broken as a familiar voice greets me. Oscar and Stan walk over from the other side of the hallway. Oh, hey you two. It's been a while. You're telling me I might as well live somewhere else with how often they send me out. Don't complain. We got paid big this time. Is that all you think about? It's not all I think about. Just mostly. Jeez. Anyway, what are you doing? Dogman here could hear you from a few halls away. Sorry about that, I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to say to, what was her name for Aaron? Tusk. Oh yeah, I heard he got hurt real bad recently. Stan clamps Oscar's snout shut. Keep your voice down. Did something happen? You could say that. I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to share. We got ambushed while traveling. I think he's doing better. You think? Oscar tries to talk as if Stan isn't holding his mouth shut. I haven't seen him since it happened. Stan chuckles. Didn't take you for the nervous type. Only when it's appropriate. I'm just not sure what to say. How about a, hey, how are you feeling? It's not that hard. It's complicated. You promise to keep your voice down? Oscar tries extra hard to nod at Stan's request. Stan lets go of the husky snout. In my opinion, the longer you wait, the worse it'll be. I know if I was in a hospital, I'd be bummed out if my friends didn't come to visit me. It's not that I didn't want to visit him, I don't know. Wait. Oscar gasps. What? Are you trying to, you know... He leans into whisper, but it's more like quiet yelling. Confess! I pause. My face starts to feel warm. Oh, ew. It always weirds me out when humans blush. Wait, what? I was just joking around. You're really going to confess to Tusk? That's so cute! I believe in you, Cyrus. He'll say yes for sure. Just watch. Hey, it's not like that. Exactly. Well, as much as I'd love to watch the soap opera play out, we do have to get going. Damn meeting. Cyrus, text me later. You gotta tell me what happens. Stan starts to push Oscar down the hall. Oscar waves back at me. Good luck! I said keep it down! I love it. I love it. Their bickering fades off into the next hallway. I'm left alone in front of Aaron's room. Again. I take a deep breath and then grab the handle on the sliding door. They're right. How bad can it be? He's gonna hate us, he's gonna hate us, he's gonna hate us, he's gonna hate us. Aaron is sitting comfortably in his hospital bed. He's reading a book. I recognize it easily by the worn cover. It's the one he was reading when we first met. Besides the bandages around his neck and arms, he doesn't look too bad. I stand in the door long enough for him to notice me. My baby boy! My baby boy, come here, Angel Muffin. We just stare at each other. Hey. Aaron smiles sheepishly before closing his book, trying to avoid eye contact. Hey, can I come in? Aaron seems hesitant. Sure. Thanks. I grab a nearby chair and then pull it up to Aaron's bed. He isn't looking at me. So, having so many things to talk about, I freeze, not sure where to start with. I awkwardly look around the room. I didn't know there was another medical wing over here. This whole hallway is the main hospital for the base. Really? Why haven't I been here? They don't have the experience to treat someone who's escaped. That responsibility falls to Vita. Oh, well, it's nice. Glad they gave you a good room. Perks of being a leader, so I'm told.
It's time to drink water.
I actually just drank water.
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
The awkwardness.
It's time to drink water.
We're gonna die. I see. Glad you seem to be doing well. The tiger is acting indifferent with crossed arms. Fuck. Everything okay? Aaron shrugs before really looking at me. He raises a brow at me before opening his eyes. So, it's true then. He points to my neck. Oh, I guess I have to get used to this too. Yeah. It's an Arcadia collar. Makes sense that you'd already know. I had my meeting with Titania. Looks like I'm part of the Resistance now. That's what I heard. Don't sound too excited. Wait, sorry, that's awesome, congratulations, it's just that, I'm sorry. Hey, it's okay, I was just joking, what's up? You seem tense today. Cyrus, Aaron looks away. How are you feeling? Me? Well, I'm a bit nervous, I have my first mission to prepare for, and... physically. How bad were you hurt after, Well, I had a few broken ribs and internal bruising, which wasn't fun. Vita fixed me up pretty good, though. You don't have to sugarcoat it. It was bad, wasn't it? Not really. It's my fault that you got hurt in the first place. I can't believe how stupid I was. That statement takes me aback. Aaron, what happened wasn't your fault. You couldn't have known those goons would be there. But it was my fault. If I didn't get sidetracked, if I didn't leave you alone, none of this would have happened. You can't blame yourself. It was out of your control. It was entirely my fault! Aaron raises his voice. I was the one who brought you to that shithole. I was the one who left you there by yourself. If something had happened to you, how the hell could I live with myself? Aaron covers his face with his right paw. How can I call myself a leader? I can't be this incompetent. What's wrong with me? I can't keep a single person safe on my watch. He is visibly trembling, the claws on his left paw digging deep into the bed sheets. You should be furious with me, Cyrus. How can you trust me after this? Okay, that's enough. I'm not used to interrupting people, let alone Aaron. But maybe this is the right time to confront my feelings about what happened. I won't let him keep spiraling, but I have to speak up. Okay, I won't sugarcoat it for you. Maybe I am being too nice about this. For your sake, I'll tell it to you straight. You made a bad call. Actually, several bad calls. You left me alone in a lawless city without even thinking about what could happen. You could have at least warned me to watch out for, these callers. Aaron flinches at my reprimand. He slumps down, guilt weighing down on his shoulders. We got lucky. It could have ended so much worse. But here's the thing. I'm fully aware of what I'm getting myself into. I should have trusted my gut and ran the moment they appeared. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, despite everything that's happened to me. You think I'd be more cautious by now. Stop trying to blame yourself. I was the one that brought you into that danger. And yet you still jumped in and tried to save me like you always do. Listen, I'm not mad at you. I never was. I'm just relieved that you're safe and that we were able to make it out alive. Here, look at me. Do I look worse for wear? Aaron slowly cracks his right eye open between his fingers. What do you think? Color looks good on me, right? He chuckles nervously before sliding his paw off of his face. Look, if we hadn't dealt with those guys, I probably wouldn't have landed a job with the Resistance. You're talking about the Lodestars, I heard. That's right. Here's an old saying, even when you fall flat on your face, you're still moving forward. It's okay to make mistakes, Aaron. It just means you're human. Or, well, Beastman. You get it. This was more than just a mistake, Cyrus. You can stay angry at yourself, but I've already forgiven you. I smile at him. You know, ever since we took that trip back to my old house, I've started looking at everything differently. We found those letters and something changed. The future feels brighter, and you did that for me, Aaron. How could I ever be mad at the person that makes me happy to be alive? He looks like he wants to cry, but he's holding himself back. What I'm trying to say is, I'm learning to look at the silver lining more these days. Here, give me your paw. What for? Just do it, please. Aaron holds his massive paw out to me. I try my best to wrap my pinky finger around his, though his is a lot thicker. Promise me you'll move on from this. Aaron has a somber expression on his face. I know the world is a scary place, but I'm ready to experience it. I appreciate that you're so dedicated to protecting me. But I want to protect you too. I take a deep breath. And that's because I love you, Aaron. You mean a lot to me. So please take care of yourself and stop worrying about this. Oh! Marriage! Marriage! Yay! Yay! Instead of shaking my pinky, Aaron gently covers my hand with his paw. Thank you, Cyrus. I didn't mean to make you worry. Same to you. Just know that I'm here for you, okay? Okay. You mean a lot to me, too. I'm really lucky to have a friend like you. Ow! 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 We just got fucking friend zoned! Ow! 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 You see me as more than a leader and more than my past. There aren't many people like that in my life. I don't really have the option to be vulnerable in front of them. I nod. Aaron takes a deep breath and sighs. You said you want me to move on, but the truth is, I think that's always been my problem. There has been something I've been meaning to bring up. I've just been too afraid to say it. Well, I have no plans for the day. Do you want to just sit here and talk? I'd like that. Alright. What's on your mind? How do I put this? Since I've been out, I've had all this time to just lay down and think about things. A lot of things. The biggest being that I think it's time I should move on. Back in Golden Requiem, I received a notification from an informant about a possible tip regarding Xavier. But it turns out it was just a fluke. They had looked into the wrong person. So this was about Xavier. While I was wasting time on that, you were in trouble. It's all because I let my mind get clouded thinking about Xavier. I told myself it would be real quick. It would be fine. Hell, I should have called over Silver or Karen to keep watch. But I thought I finally had something. Anything. Just the tiniest glimmer of hope after all of the radio silence. Maybe there was a chance I could finally see him again. I don't even know if he's alive anymore. I still love him, I do. But after what happened, I had to take a step back and really think about everything. Even when we rescued you, I was too lenient. It's no wonder Kanto and Karen were on my case before. There's no room for a leader like me, needlessly putting others' lives at risk. And so, I finally came to this conclusion. I need to focus on what's right in front of me and put my team first. Part of that is accepting that Xavier might really be gone. He squeezes my hand with his paw. Cyrus, I don't want to lose you, but my feelings for you are complicated. Part of why I've been struggling so much the past few days. Well, it's good to know I'm not the only one struggling with this. What do you mean? Back in my hometown, I decided it was time for me to move on from my past too. That included moving on from Damien. He was everything to me. But he said to keep going and to not hold myself back for his sake. I guess we're more alike than I thought, huh? If only they could see us now. Aaron sheepishly scratches the side of his cheek. Did you mean what you said? You love me? I do. He hesitates. Cyrus, I like you a lot. I've had some feelings for you for a while, even. It's just, I'm not really sure. Like I said, it's complicated. Right. If that's okay. Is it? I mean, even... What the... Do you want out? Don't fucking sneak in here if you're going to cause chaos because you want out. Don't fucking sneak in here. Do you want out? Yes, you do. Damn cat. Yeah, it was a cat. Lakinitora. He's a little asshole. Love him to death, though. Pussycat couldn't hold back his feelings. Oh, he's pissed. I mean, even if nothing comes of it, you're still my best friend. Aaron starts to grumble to himself. Well, now I feel guilty. I wish I had this figured out sooner. Don't worry, I probably should have put more thought into my confession. I scratched behind my head with my free hand. It was a spur-of-the-moment decision. Now I have to deal with the fact that my feelings are out there. Maybe it's best if we just hold off on this. Give each other time to think about it. Doesn't mean we can't try again later. Yeah, of course. We smile at each other. Doesn't change the fact that it still hurts and we got fucking friend-zoned. Ouch. Though the tension should be broken, my chest still hurts with the guilt I've kept hidden away. This nagging guilt that's been prickling at me for months. The truth is, I didn't come here just to confess my feelings, but I don't think there will ever be a good time to tell him this. I take a deep breath. Listen. I also have something I've been meaning to bring up, but I could never find the right time. When I got my memories back, I was still a bit cautious of all of you. I did keep one thing to myself. Back when I was still in Resume, I vaguely remember hearing someone mention the name Xavier. I can hear a shuddered gasp escape Aaron. He stares at me, mouth slightly agape. The nurses gossiped a lot. I overheard a conversation between a few of them. I'm positive I heard the name Xavier come up. The context wasn't so pretty, though. One time they dropped by the containment room I was being held in to check on my vitals. Did you hear? They managed to find that one carrier that escaped recently. Oh, is that so? What was her name? Xavier. I'm pretty sure I ran tests on him a long time ago. The higher-ups should consider themselves lucky. We hardly ever find them once they've escaped. This wouldn't be an issue in the first place if they hired proper security. I'm not so sure about that. I've heard there are informants working covertly in Resume. That's likely where there's been so many escapes in recent years, but you didn't hear that from me. It feels like you can't trust anyone anymore. All we can do is keep our heads low now. I'll tell you one thing, no one will ever see that boy again. What do you mean? I heard whenever escapees have returned, they're locked away in the deepest confines of Resume. Even I don't have clearance for those areas. Oh shit. Fucking headphones. My fucking microphone. Even I don't have clearance for those areas. Oh my, what do they do with them? I wouldn't know. Resume becomes their coffin, so to speak. Resume sounds kind of scary, if I'm being honest. I've never been to the main headquarters before. I'm sure you will eventually. Don't worry, it's actually quite beautiful, inside and out. I see. I'm sorry, maybe it's all just rumors. Maybe he is still alive and okay. I can't know that for sure. I just never said anything because I started to learn how close you and Xavier were. The more I got to know you, the more dangerous it felt. I didn't want you to do something reckless. Aaron finally lets go of my hand and leans back to rest his head against the pillow. He stays quiet for a while, but he's smiling, though I can see a bit of a sadness behind it. Aaron? Thanks for telling me, Cyrus. Maybe you're right to keep it from me all this time. Look what happened to us. I almost got you killed because of it. Aaron sighs and then stares up at the ceiling longingly. Xavier would be so angry with me if he knew I put others in danger for his sake. He pauses for a moment and takes a deep breath before looking back at me. Just another thing for me to think about while I'm on probation, I guess. Wait, what? Oh, right, of course you wouldn't know. As of a few days ago, I've been officially placed on temporary leave. Titania was furious with me when I told her what happened, but I think she understood when I explained myself. Of course she couldn't overlook my mistakes either, hence my punishment. I'm sorry, I feel like that's my fault. It's alright, she told me that you were the one who snitched on me, though. I gulp, and Aaron chuckles. I deserve it, don't worry, Cyrus. I'm a little surprised she made you go underground, considering your injuries. Oh, actually, she came here. To my utter shock and surprise. Wait. You mean she came to your room up to the higher levels of the base? You're kidding me. And after she went on a whole rant to me about how she's never left her room. Hey, I was surprised too. She wasn't taking this situation lightly, it seems. I'm not sure if I should be happy for her or concerned. Huh, I wonder what that's all about. I was so nervous I didn't even think to ask. That's wow. But I guess you're the one I should blame for my scare of a lifetime, huh? I'll let it go. Only because you must have made a good first impression to get hired. I'm proud of you. Good first impression might not be the best way to describe it, but Thanks, it was definitely nerve-wracking, but it was worth it. I feel a little more relieved now. It seems Aaron has calmed down a bit. So, how do you feel about your first mission? I'm a little nervous, to be honest, but also excited. I won't see you for a while. I think that's the part I'm most worried about. We both look at each other with sheepish expressions. 6 months is a pretty long time, isn't it? Yeah. I was serious when I said I have to move on. You need to accept what I'm feeling in the present, and my feelings for you are very real. I blush a little. I know it's well in advance, but how about this? When we get back from your first mission, why don't we go on our first date? I choke on my own spit. Pardon? Oh, hiya. It's going to be posted tomorrow. Maybe that was too forward. I'm just joking, half joking, just trying to lighten the mood. You're trying... Wait, no. Sorry, I fucked that up. No! Maybe that was too forward. I'm just joking, half joking, just trying to lighten the mood. You're trying to give me a heart attack. I'll miss moments like this, though. Titania says there are waypoints we can use to contact each other, but it'll be tough. That being said, I really am excited to go out into the world. I think that's what I like most about you, Cyrus. You're not afraid to go after what you want or what you think is right. It should be my job to inspire others to be better, but you're the one inspiring me. For what it's worth, I think you're a pretty great leader. You say that, but even I have a long ways to go. Then just don't forget all the progress you've already made, okay? Alright, I'll try not to. The same goes for you, rookie. You really did kick some ass out there, by the way. I chuckle. I guess I am the rookie of the team now. Don't worry, Captain, I've got your back. I go along with his playfulness, but he replies sincerely. Thank you, Cyrus. Time to put Aaron in our axiom. Yes! You're coming with us, big boy! Ah! Wait, is it possible? Any developers or anyone who knows, is it possible to put a whole ass person in an axiom? I have to know. Is it possible to put a person in an axiom? I gotta know. Let's see, what else do I need? With my axiom screen out, I go over what little belongings I have. My bed has a lot of miscellaneous things I'd like to bring, but don't need to. Wait, Cooper put a whole fucking person? Cooper put a whole fucking person in his axiom? Damn! But don't need to. I already stored away all the stuff I got from Golden Requiem and a few sets of clothes. Food and water could be an issue, but I'm sure Silver knows how to handle that. Then there's our transportation. Surely they won't give us an in-vehicle for just the two of us. I wonder if Titania has something planned for that. While Austin thought I heard the door open behind me, Silver peeks his head in before making his way inside, the door closing behind him shortly after. Looks like someone's anxious. Just preparing, that's all. I take it that you've been briefed? Yup. Madame Pink Pantsuit just gave me the details. Silver rolls his eyes. Of course she puts me on another long-term trip. She probably just thinks you're capable. Yeah, well, I think she's an annoying bitch. Harsh. That's me putting it lightly. Don't worry, I'm sure she said far worse about me. Yeah, I think she cares about you in her own very weird way. Still can't bring myself to forgive her. She knew what Ash was going to go through living there. That's fair. Here we go. Besides all that, she's always getting in my business. That does seem to be her MO, being the intelligence officer and all. I don't think we'll ever see eye to eye. Ash likes her just fine. He's forgiving like that. Not me, though. He coughs, finally realizing he's gone off on another rant. Anyway, do you want some help preparing? Couldn't hurt. I've never taken a trip this long before. Try not to overthink it. While we're on the road, we only need a couple weeks' supplies at a time. Silver takes out the screen on his right axiom. We're going to be covering a pretty large area. We'll be able to port from time to time, but we'll be traveling by foot the rest of the way. I groan. Not much of a walker, huh? I used to run with my boyfriend, but it's been years. Many years. Yeah, you'll just have to get used to it. We need to keep a low profile. Speaking of, how do you feel about chokers? Excuse me? You don't want to look like those idiots in Rasoon, so we need to cover your Arcadia collar somehow. Oh, that's a good idea. If someone knew what it was, it'd be a dead giveaway. Yeah, I'd rather us avoid another stupid mistake. I paused. He said that with some spite in his voice. Everything good? You know we're roommates, right? I know you and you're not exactly subtle when you're mad about something. He crosses his arms and scowls. I went to visit Aaron recently. He told me everything. I wasn't really thrilled when I heard about what happened at Golden Requiem. You didn't yell at him, did you? No, of course. And I'm not gonna kick a man when he's down. Doesn't mean I wasn't angry about it. Aaron and I talked about it already. It's fine. Really? It's fine that you almost died? I had faith in him to keep you safe, considering it's kind of his job in the first place. Silver. He was careless and stupid. It sucks about Xavier, but he's still our leader and he failed you. I never met the guy. Don't have any attachments to him like the others do. He needs to get a grip already. I sigh, frustrated, and then address him firmly. Just let it go. Trust me when I say he regrets it, okay? Silver breaks eye contact to stare at the floor. He looks annoyed at first, but he seems to relax again. Sorry, it just didn't sit well with me, is all. Believe me, I get it. Just let's forget about it, okay? Silver sighs and drops his arms to the side. Fine. Sorry. I run my fingers through my long locks. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you, but I have to get my hair dyed. Rather, I was ordered to as a new member of the Resistance. Silver chuckles. Titania, I assume. Yeah, I don't have a choice. It's that or get fired. Well, now that you're officially going to be out in the field, it only makes sense. Gotta keep a low profile like me. Become a shadow. By the way, you know there will be more than a few nights where you won't be able to bathe, right? Ew. I'll try to look for some dry shampoo then. Silver snickers. Yeah, I'm kidding mostly. We can rent a portable bath and store it in one of our axioms. Oh, thank God. We should stock up on toiletries. We can go shopping if you like. I've been shopping a lot lately. I might try to order stuff this time. Sounds good to me. Less effort, too. What about you? Need any help? This ain't my first rodeo. I'll figure it out when we get closer. I take the next few minutes to finalize my inventory. During that time, I think back on my previous conversation with Kanto. You weren't in the best shape we last spoke. Is he okay with Silver going away for this long? Well, Silver's here now, so it doesn't hurt to ask. Oh, by the way, how did Kanto take it? You know, the whole 6-month mission thing. Silver doesn't reply. You didn't tell him, right? You did tell him, right? The silence is deafening. Silver. I'll tell him in a few days. I think you should tell him now. Again, it's not like this is new to us. It's fine. I consider bringing up Kanto's feelings, but that wouldn't be fair to him. Well, whatever you think is best, just make sure you tell him soon, okay? Anyways, I need to pick something up. I gotta head out in a sec. Busy as usual. Oh, you know it. Oh, are you free on Thursday? As far as I know, why? Silver looks toward the door to make sure we're alone, even though we're in our room. He gets real close and then whispers something to me. How do you handle surprises? It varies, I guess. Silver has a mischievous look on his face. Do you want me to spoil you? I don't know, sure. They're going to throw you a party on Thursday to celebrate your first mission. It was Karen's idea. You told her before Kanto? That's not important. What's important is for you to be ready. For what? A party? It's going to be a long time before you see everyone. You'll want to make the most of it. I see. That's oddly sentimental coming from you. What's that supposed to mean? Is it weird that I'll miss my friends? Not at all. I know I will. I'm just getting nervous again. Wish I was as calm as you are about it. I'm going to miss everyone. Don't be nervous. We're going to have a good time digging up a bunch of rocks. When you put it like that, I can't wait. I say sarcastically. Still we laugh. Just a few more days. Huh. The fateful day is almost upon us. Silver and I are set to leave tomorrow evening. Karen came to my room midday asking if I had anything planned. I had to feign confusion when she invited me to a dinner that evening. She denied that it was going to be at Starlight Road. I could tell she was trying to come up with an excuse as to why. She said it was a secret dinner thing. Acting confused got harder. When I said I'd be happy to come, she deflated like she thought I'd turn it down. The party is going to be in a conference room in the base, one meant for social gatherings, so I had to show up 45 minutes early to see if she needed any help. Karen was in the middle of pouring herself a drink when I walked in. After some prodding, I convinced her to let me stay to set things up, but only after I admitted to knowing what tonight was really about. That damned fox! Why do you have to go and ruin the surprise? He's an assassin. They hate surprises, naturally. That doesn't mean he has to ruin it for others. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be a fun time regardless. I intend to make the most of it. You excited? Yeah, I hear the parties here are crazy. No, you goof. I meant for tomorrow. Oh, also yes, I'm excited for that too, if not kinda nervous. Good. Silver wants to leave at nightfall tomorrow, so we have plenty of time to prepare. Feels like an awkward time to set out, if I'm honest. You're just going on about how he's an assassin. You're less likely to be seen if you drive at night. I guess. I'm playing this one VN called Burrows. I thought about playing it personally. However, it depends on if it gets voted for in the poll. Okay, there better be fruit punch or someone is going thrown in a toilet. No. Jungle juice. Wait, no, not jungle juice. What you need to do, Karen, is take some alcohol and some Jello and mix them.
It's time to drink
Jello
water.
shots. So no Burrows, not straight.
It's time to drink water.
I guess.
It's time to
back
drink
how
water.
Silver left us at the campsite. Though I don't
It's
think
time to drink water.
I don't have good night vision like y'all do. Oh, don't worry, we can take care of that too. Karen grunts as she lifts a rather large table all by herself, holding it above her head. Let us know if you need anything before you leave. We still have some time. Thanks, but you sure you don't need any help with that? What? You kidding? She laughs as she starts holding the table with her real arm. Fair enough, I'll leave the heavy lifting to you. In that case, you can start setting all the cups and kegs out. You can handle that, right? Leave it to me. Oh, by the way, there is actually something I wanted to ask you. Lay it on me, rookie. I think I need to book another appointment with my favorite hairstylist. Favorite stylist? Oh! Cyrus, are you cheating on me? I'm flabbergasted. What? I'm talking about you, silly. Oh, really? I'm your favorite? She gives me the biggest pair of puppy dog eyes I've ever seen. You're my only stylist. Ha, just kidding, of course I am. And it better stay that way. She lets out a hearty laugh. But seriously, what do you need done? I need to dye it a different color. Boss's orders. Is that all? That's easy. We can figure it out tomorrow morning. But first, we gotta finish setting up the party. She winks at me and then continues what she was doing before. Karen and I chat away as we finish setting up the party. She says it was last minute, so not as many people would be able to come. That being said, close to 50 people have RSVP'd already. I only know about a dozen people here at the Resistance. Now that I'm part of them, it'd be in my best interest to make a good first impression. Slowly but surely, people start rolling in. While stacking cups, I feel a tap on my shoulder. Hi, baby girl! Come here, angel muffin! Aaron smiles down at me. He was just released earlier today, so I'm happy to see he seems in good spirits. Try to resist the urge to hug him since we're in public. He's got a reputation to uphold after all. That doesn't stop him from picking me up for a massive bear hug. Uncle! I exclaim, patting his back as he squeezes the air out of my lungs. Aaron chuckles before setting me down. Sorry, just excited to see everyone again. Me too. We haven't gotten the gang together in a while. Such is life being a mercenary. The tiger shrugs before moving to pick up a box off of the ground. Is this an okay place to set up some food? Should be. Rose didn't give me a lot of guidelines. Figures, that is her style after all. Aaron starts unpacking containers full of hot food. Wait, did you cater for the party? More or less. It's been a while since I've been in the kitchen. Naturally, I couldn't turn down this opportunity. Hope it wasn't too much for you. You're still recovering. That's what I should say to you. Looks like you've worked up quite a sweat. Wait, what? Oh, I hope it wasn't too much for you. You're still recovering. That's what I should say to you. Looks like you've worked up quite a sweat. Who, me? Psh, I'm fine, trust me. Oh, I made something special just for you. I gasp. Did you make? I did. I figured you'd want carbonara one last time before the big trip. Yes! You'll need to teach me your recipe. I can try to make it while on the road. I'll send it to your rack soon before the night is over. Let's enjoy ourselves tonight, yeah? You bet. I can't wait to meet everyone. That shouldn't be a problem. You're kind of a celebrity down here as is. Aaron points to my Arcadia collar. That alone will clue people in. Those collars are usually saved for high-profile missions. Really? Titanium made it seem like it was an under-the-table kind of thing. I shouldn't be surprised. You are a special case after all. Most people start small when they're recruited. It was a long time before I was ever asked to wear one of those things. Oh, Lord, hope it doesn't raise people's expectations of me. I think you're going to do just fine. You held it together against a member of the Fraction. Most people here can't say the same. I think you're being a little dramatic. I'm serious. You'd be surprised how many members of the Resistance stick strictly to volunteer work. Not everyone is a fighter. Many of us go around to different cities to help those in need. It's part of Titania's initiative to help bring the country together. So, fighter or not, it was still impressive. I don't think I'll have to worry too much about you being gone. Well, like I said, I'll make sure to give you progress updates when I can, and I'll do the same. We continue setting up the tables, and I watch Aaron place out all the food he carried in. While I'm looking up and down at the spread, my mouth starts to water. Doesn't look too different from the typical finger food you would find at any party, but it's been centuries for me. While Aaron isn't looking, I swipe a few sandwiches and quickly store them away in my axiom. You can never be too prepared, hunger can strike at any moment. I have no idea why I'm trying to be discreet. This is my party after all. Oh well. By the time the party got going, it became hard to greet everyone. I'm pretty sure at least 100 people showed up. The more the merrier, they say. Being the center of attention has never been my forte, but the party is technically for me, so I try to be a good guest of honor. Okay, bye. Ah! People are staring up at me and starting to whisper. Some pointed to my hair while others pointed to my collar. Aaron introduces me to a few people I've never met before. To my surprise, they're other escaped pristine carriers. Guess I never expected to see other carriers working for the Resistance. Some are human and some are beastmen. Everyone hears their own story they're writing. I think that's beautiful. Despite my eagerness to party, there's only so much socializing I can handle before I feel the need to escape. Just as I'm about to get some fresh air out in the hall, a certain fox stands in front of the door. Hey, where do you think you're slinking off to? My battery is drained, I need a breather. Might have to wait. I think Rose is about to make the big announcement. The what? The sound of the mic feedback fills our ears. What's up, party people? Unsurprisingly, Karen gets the crowd going pretty easily. I point up to the stage. Does she want me to go up there? Afraid so. Silver's smirk fades and his ears fall back. Confused, I look behind me. Kanto's in the crowd looking around, soon spotting us. Go ahead. I'll sit the announcement out. I don't have a choice to reply as Silver tries to leave himself. Karen points to me. What are you doing over here, rookie? Get up on the stage! Oh god, I feel my cheeks getting flushed. It's just another test. With feigned confidence, I make my way up to the stage. Please welcome the newest members of the crew! Why am I giving her a fucking death metal voice? Why am I giving her a fucking rock and roll voice? Normally, this would be the time to announce his first alias, but as you all know, he's pretty famous! Regardless, Cyrus is as much of a member as the rest of us. Y'all better treat him right. You'll get my metal arm right up your ass! And not in a fun way. Girls. Oh my god! Oh my god! The ad's gonna start any minute. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, that is beautiful. You know, I'm gonna save that one. The smile she gives after. The hyena holds the mic out to me. Wait, fuck, I never prepared a speech. I take it with a bit of hesitation. Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to make it out tonight. I whisper to Karen. What do I say? Whatever you want. We're gonna stop it for the ad. Want to break from the ads? Karen is so fucking funny. Do your no ads dance, cats. Karen fucking ate. Ah! Wait, what? I don't know. Whatever you want. She says in an excited whisper. Thanks. I clear my throat. Well, I wasn't really expecting to make an announcement tonight. I'm also not the best at these kinds of things, so here goes. I just want to say that I'm looking forward to working with you all to take down Rasoom. I was stuck in there for a really long time, longer than most people are alive for. So if anything, I hope you can trust me when I say I'm going to give it my all. As most of you know, my first mission starts tomorrow. Everyone's been asking me how I'm feeling about it. My answer is still the same. I'm excited to get to work. I'll be gone for a while with my good friend Talon. In that time, I hope to grow into a valuable asset to the team. Thank you again for coming out, and I hope you enjoy the party. Similar to when Karen was manning the mic, the crowd roars. My embarrassment shows on my face as I scratch my cheek. I hand the mic back to Karen. Can I leave now? I'm a bit overwhelmed. Of course, go enjoy yourself. Guest of honor. I will. Thank you. As I turn to leave, I see Kanto and Silver in the corner. They look like they're arguing? That doesn't look good. My gut's telling me that can only mean one thing. Before I can reach the floor, I see them leave the venue. By the time I get outside, they're nowhere to be found. I do hear footsteps in the distance. Trying to be as stealthy as possible, I follow them. Probably don't need to on account of Kanto's yelling. I can tell they're right around the next corner. I stay put, trying to listen in. I can barely make out Silver's voice. What I do hear makes him sound pitiful, scared, confused. How is this any different? That's part of the problem. It isn't. I gulp. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. Of course not! You never do. Uh-oh. For a moment I consider stepping in, but I stop myself. Look, I think it's time to cut the bullshit. You have your life and I have mine. I'm taking the hint loud and clear. But no, I'm not doing this anymore. Not until you tell me what's going on with you lately. I expect to hear Silver reply, but all I hear is silence followed by a defeated sigh from Kanto. You know what? It's fine. I'm tired of being your afterthought. I'm not going to sit around and feel like shit anymore. I hope you have a safe trip. Goodbye, Silver. Did they just fucking break up? With that, I hear a heavy set of footsteps walk further and further away, followed by a lighter set quickly running away. Oh fuck. What should I do? What can I do? At the end of the day, these two are adults. I can't just force them to be together. We're leaving so soon, too. I don't want this to be how they end things. I walk towards a hall where I heard the voices. Sure enough, no one's there. Kanto can probably handle himself. It's Silver I'm worried about. Try to think like Silver. Where would he go when he's feeling vulnerable? To Ash? No, he's the type to be alone. There's only one place I can think where he can be alone, mostly. Make my way down the hall. I'm hoping my instincts are right. It's about a 5-minute walk to our room. Should I? No, it's my room too. That'd make it even more awkward. I'll try to act natural. If he asks why I'm not at the party, I'll say I forgot something and needed to grab it. Easy, right? I sigh. It's never that easy. Nothing to do but do it. I put in the door code and then walk in. The lights are off as expected. Here's something rustling in the corner. I decide not to turn on the lights for his sake, leaving only the hall to illuminate the room. I can tell Silver has already turned on his cot, trying to act like he's asleep. You know I can tell you're faking, right? Because you usually snore. Silver rolls over and glares at me. The fur under and around his eyes look damp. I don't snore. Yeah, I know, but I got you. I walk over and then plant myself next to him on the floor. I don't say anything right away. Trying to find the right words is difficult. Well, go on. Out with it. You can tell. I know you heard us. You're not that stealthy. I chuckle nervously. Then I'll cut to the chase. What's going on, Silver? You know I'm here for you. I don't want to talk about it. Well, not talking about it is why you're here in the first place, isn't it? Come on. I think for a moment. I have an idea. Let's get out of here. We could go to the surface for a bit. What for? Just to get away from everything? You know, whenever I was feeling down, my best friend would come barging in and drag me out of bed. Do you mean Diana? Yup. Then she would stow me away in her car and we'd go driving around town or go to a park or something. It's easy to get lost in your own head sometimes. So, what do you think? Silver slowly sits up in his cot and looks over at me. After a moment, he nods. I stand up and extend my hand to him. Sounds like a plan, then. Besties! Ah! After we make our way through the base, we eventually reach the surface using the elevator. Once the doors open, I step outside and Silver follows me. I take a deep breath and look all around. It's a clear night. The stars are bright and there's even a cool breeze. The crickets are lively, too. Find a nearby boulder and take a seat on it. I pat the spot next to me, inviting Silver over. He looks hesitant for a moment before finally walking over to join me. Come on, let's sit down. A little bit of fresh air always helps me clear my mind. We've got a great view too, look! I point up at the stars. Silver looks up for a moment before taking a seat next to me. Notice his gaze drops down quickly to the dirt below him. He looks lost in his thoughts. You look hungry. Stole some snacks from the party earlier. Maybe it's just me, but thinking on an empty stomach just makes me feel worse. I open my Axiom inventory spear. After pressing a few buttons, 2 wrapped up croissant sandwiches drop into my lap. I pick one up and hold it out to Silver. He doesn't answer, but takes it anyway. Thanks. We sit in silence for a few minutes, quietly eating together. But it doesn't take long before I hear sniffling. Despite that, he keeps eating away until he finishes his sandwich. I see nothing at first, but start rubbing his shoulder after a few moments. I screwed up, Cyrus. I really screwed up. What do you mean? His voice cracks a bit when he responds. I don't even know where to start. That's okay. I didn't think I would feel this bad. He deserves better than me anyway. Why is that? Because I don't know how to do any of this. I have no idea what it means to be a good boyfriend. I wasn't ready. I can hear the frustration in his voice. Back then in that orphanage, I wasn't allowed to feel anything. That's why I'm so good at what I do. That's probably why I have such a messed up relationship with my feelings. I think there's a part of me that never really left that place. I'm still stuck there. That makes sense. The past sticks with us hard sometimes, no matter what we try to do to move on. That's too much. It's too much, Cyrus. I can't focus on my missions while worrying about someone else. It was hard enough letting Ash go off on his own. So what are you trying to say? He takes a deep breath. I can't be with Kanto. Not right now. I was too much of a coward to say it after all this time, and now everything is fucked up. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, and I never said a damn thing! You say that, but there has to be a reason you've lasted this long. Because it feels like he's my anchor. I owe him so much, and I was afraid of losing him. And then I did. White Fox lets out a staggered breath as he covers his eyes with his left arm. I've always been alone, and I was fine with that. It's how I operate, and it's what I'm used to. Since I'm always away on missions, it's so easy to run away from it all, but I just... Why am I so stupid? Silver, you're being too hard on yourself, but this is exactly why you should talk to him. If you don't, it'll eat you alive. And I don't think you're stupid, okay? Relationships can be messy. It happens, but if you want to fix it, you have to communicate. You don't get it at all! What? Stop making it sound so easy! Silver's hands shake and curl up into fists. He immediately stands up and moves in front of me, holding his arms out as if to present himself. Just look at me, Cyrus! I'm hopeless, just a stupid, broken mess! I don't know anything! I didn't get to go to school and figure my shit out like you. It was just me and my brother. I never had a childhood. They took that away from me, and I'll never get that back. But I managed. Despite everything, I clawed my way out of that hell, battered and beaten. Silver covers his face with his left hand. But hey, at least Ash turned out fine. He can go on living a normal life, and he's just okay. Sometimes even jealous of him, and I hate myself for it. But I can't do that from the moment I was forced to take a life. I can never have that. So I'll keep fighting for us, and so Ash can live happy and free. When he removes his hand from his face, his eyes are so intense and clear. I stand up so I can meet him at eye level. Silver, have you ever thought about just taking a step back from all of this? You've already fought your battles. You don't have to keep fighting. His glare pierces right through me. No, you don't get to say that to me. You're no different than I am. Maybe it's under different circumstances, but we're all here fighting towards the same goal. I want pushback, but I know he's right. Everyone has tried on many occasions to stop me from pursuing this job, but I didn't listen. I don't think I have the right to tell him what to do here. I'm sorry. Silver turns away from me. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap at you. It's okay. I get what you're saying. This is a dangerous job. What we do is dangerous, and I don't think you understand that yet. For your sake, I hope you never have to see the horrors that lie ahead, but I can't guarantee that. And I won't always be there to protect you. I know, and I appreciate you being honest with me, but there's no turning back now, not after everything that's happened. Maybe I haven't seen what you've seen, but I want you to know that you don't have to fight all on your own anymore. We have each other now, and I'm glad, and I'm out of everyone who could accompany me on this mission, I'm really glad it's you. Silver's eyes widen and he looks away. Fine, then I hope you're ready. It's the boss's orders. I shrug my shoulders and chuckle. Silver sighs and puts his hands in his pockets before looking back over to me. I have to stay focused. I won't ever forget all those kids we met at the orphanage. I'll keep fighting for them too. Even the friends we lost here. He says this under his breath. See, this is what I'm talking about. Kanto doesn't need to deal with that, or any of my baggage. I'm the farthest thing from normal. Silver. I can still remember when we first met. Would you believe me if I told you we kind of hated each other? Honestly, that doesn't surprise me at all. I might be close with Aaron and everyone now, but it wasn't always like that. Silver chuckles to himself, a pained smile stretched across his face. And still, Kanto was the first one to try and reach out to me. At some point, I gave in. That's all it took. For the first time in my life, I felt released. I smile, imagining Kanto being affectionate is still a new concept to me. Well, it's not hard to see why you had feelings for him. We got pretty close over time, and then one day he confessed to me. Why do you have to go and do that for? He's an idiot. Maybe I'm the idiot who let him. Silver holds his head in his hands. Always felt like if I lose Kanto, I'll lose a part of myself, you know? Oh, I've definitely been there. Silver sits back down next to me and brings his knees up to his chest. Can't even begin to tell you what Kanto means to me. I didn't know what it felt like to be held and to be loved. I was living in that moment. I didn't want to lose that feeling. That scares me. I'm afraid I'm always going to be this broken thing, clinging to things that make me feel normal. I slowly extend my arm toward him and start rubbing his back. But you're wrong. You're not broken, and you're more normal than you realize. You should try looking at the silver lining more often. No pun intended. Managed to make him laugh with that one. You grew into the person you are today because of your struggles and experiences. That sounds pretty normal to me. You don't want anyone else to suffer. It's why you're so protective of the people you care about. Think about it. Think about Ash. Would he really be where he is now without you? And look at me. You've had my back since day one. Weren't you the one that said you were a big factor in helping me escape? I'd still be rotting away in a containment chamber somewhere if not for you. Silver turns to look at me. You're okay, Silver. Even now, you're letting yourself open up. What's important is that you finally acknowledged your feelings, right? If you don't think you're ready to be in a relationship, then you need to be honest about it. Silver is quiet for a moment. I'll talk to him then. I nod. He sighs and leans in on me, resting the side of his head on my shoulder. I'm so tired. Silver might be the most capable of the team, but it's easy to forget he's still the youngest. He spent most of his life protecting others, but it feels like he's never let anyone return the favor. I can do that much for him. We sit there for a little while. At one point, I think he's about to fall asleep, but then he speaks up quietly. Do you really think he'll be okay with this? I think you're underestimating him, honestly. Then I think I'm ready. Silver pushes away and stands up, brushing himself off. I get up to stand with him. Let's call him up here, then. You really should get everything off your chest before we leave, right? I think about my confession to Aaron. God knows I feel better after this week. Silver tilts his head confused. What's that mean? Oh, I'll save it for the road trip. He nods and his tail swishes a bit. Do you want me to message him for you? No, I should be the one. Silver sends Kanto a message, and he replies back quicker than expected. Says he needs 20 minutes and he'll be on his way. In the meantime, I take out more snacks for us while we wait. This is the longest 20 minutes of my life, and I'm sure it's even longer for Silver. He's cleaning one of his knives. I guess even an assassin can get nervous from time to time. Eventually, I see his ears flick back and he sits up. I start to hear footsteps come from where the elevator is. Kanto has his hands in his pockets as he looks around. Silver looks like he's already losing his nerve, so I take it upon myself to call Kanto over. Hey, over here. Kanto's ears twitch as he turns to face us. He pauses before making his way over. I whisper to Silver, do you want me to stay? You don't have to, but can you wait for me after? I nod. Hey, Silver. Cyrus. Hey. They both stand awkwardly. Neither know what to say or how to start. I can hear Silver gulp before he tries to speak up. Thanks for coming up to meet me. No big deal. I was feeling stuffy down there anyway. Yeah, same. There's another pause. I'll, give you two some space. I can go stand watch or something. Kanto smirks. Thanks, String Bean. Make my way towards the elevator. You're not that far away. Even from this distance, I can still mostly hear their conversation. So. Kanto crosses his arms. Silver coughs. Wanted to talk about, us. What about us? Like, how standoffish I've been this past year. Silver's trembling, but he manages to keep eye contact with Kanto. Let's sit down. Okay. They take a moment to get comfortable sitting side by side where Silver and I were just before. I know I haven't been honest with you. I need to change that, I know. But fuck. Give me a second. Silver breaks eye contact with Kanto, struggling to say anything, and eventually takes a deep breath. Let me just say this first, okay? I love you. I always have, but you were right. We can't do this anymore. Silver kicks some dirt in frustration. Sucks. I'm sorry. Just talk, Silver. Say whatever you want to say. Right, okay. You remember when you asked me to move in with you? It was a while ago. That meant a lot to you. I mean, naturally it would. That's a big step for us. But when you asked me that, I froze. I wasn't ready. I don't know when I'll ever be ready. You deserve someone who's all in, and I don't think that's me. Kanto's shoulders drop at that statement. The truth is, it's too much pressure right now, being someone's something. I have too much on my mind between you and Ash and the Resistance. I can't do it all. And I'm sorry it took me this long to tell you that. I was scared. That's news to me. Why were you scared? Because you love the hell out of me, and that's scary. You were my first Kanto. I didn't know what I was doing or what I was feeling. But I do know that you were the first person to ever make me feel normal. That was everything to me. So none of this is on you. It's not your fault I'm all fucked up. Silver starts to choke up and finally tears escape him. freaking mess, Kanto. Please don't hate me. I don't want you to hate me. I can't handle that even though I know I deserve it. Silver. Kanto seems taken aback by that. Silver starts wiping away the tears with his arm. Not entirely sure on how to respond, Kanto places a hand on Silver's shoulder. Hey, come on, I don't hate you. If you don't think this is working, I can't do shit about that. This has been a long time coming anyway. I'm just glad you were finally able to tell me yourself. Silver's ears flatten and he looks away. I just wish you had told me sooner. I know, I'm sorry. You really need to work on this communication stuff. It doesn't have to be this hard. But I'm sure my temper didn't help. I'm really sorry for yelling at you earlier, and for how I've been acting. I was frustrated. It was frustrating. After all the silence and cold shoulders, I just couldn't take it anymore, and then you went and kept this mission from me too. I'm sorry. It's fine. I get it now. Kanto lets out a deep sigh. But it's been too long for me, and you're leaving again. Maybe I don't have to go. Maybe I can just find someone to replace me, and I'll stay here, and you and me can... No, don't do that. You just finally started being honest to yourself. With yourself. Don't start backpedaling now. We have different priorities, and that's okay. I don't want you to feel bad about that. I'm going to be fine. I want you to be fine, too. Yeah, I'll try. I really did love you, Silver. But you should know that I don't want to wait around anymore. After all this time, I don't deserve that. I know. Just do what makes you happy, okay? We don't have to be a thing. We can still be friends, if you want. Silver sniffles and nods. I'd like that. There's an awkward silence between the two. They've stopped looking at each other at this point, until Kanto tilts his head to peek over at Silver. Then he nudges his arm with his elbow. Hey, you want to know something stupid? If it wasn't obvious, I was a little jealous of your roommate. It was obvious. Cyrus kind of became my punching bag for a while. What? Don't be mad, I already apologized, we talked it out. Hell, he's the reason you're talking to me now, isn't he? Little meddler. Silver shoots him a glare and Kanto flinches. After a moment, the fox gives him a light jab on the arm and he manages to laugh. You deserved that. I know. With the tension broken, they both look up at the stars together. Maybe this is all for the best. You and I can focus on ourselves and stop worrying about this. But I'm gonna miss you, you know? You're still my favorite guy, Silver. Yeah, I'll miss you too. For just a moment, Kanto feels his eyes get misty and he turns away. He clears his throat and stands up, looking back down at Silver again. Silver looks up at him, curious. Head back to my place for the night. I think I need a day to myself. Silver gives him a slightly dejected look but nods. Yeah, okay. I'll see you tomorrow. You should get some rest. Yeah, right. Right, yeah, I will. Kanto takes a deep breath and waves bye to Silver before walking towards my direction. Once he reaches me, he clears his throat and speaks. I'm gonna go. Sorry. Okay, I'll be around if you need to talk too. Sure, thanks. He continues walking toward the elevator back to the base. Once he's out of sight, I make my way over to Silver, who's now watching the stars alone. Okay, quick question. How much is there left in this update? Not long? Okay. You okay? Yeah, maybe. We can go back to the room if you want to. I think I'm gonna stay for a bit. Feels nice out here. Want me to stick around? Nah, it's okay. You sure? For the first time this evening, he smiles reassuringly. Sorry, I think I just want to be alone for a bit. I smile back and pat his shoulder. I think I'm gonna go spend the night at Ash's place. It's been a while since we've hung out. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, if I don't see you in the morning, I'll see you tomorrow night. You too, bud. See ya. I take that as my cue to leave and make my way back towards the base. I have to pay Vito one more visit before tomorrow. Before I step into the elevator, I look back at Silver. He's watching the stars again, but alone this time. Underneath the moonlight, his fur is glowing, and he looks at ease. Much more than I've ever seen before. A few hours pass by quickly. I sigh and fall back onto my bed, arms sprawled out. Today was a lot more than I bargained for. Vito was more accommodating than I thought they would be. I already prepared a good amount of medicine for me to take on the trip. Our promise still stands. Come back alive or else. I intend to. Gotta start thinking of the bigger picture after all. Resistance needs me as proof of what Resume is really like. I can't be wasteful with the remaining time I have left. That being said, I have nothing else to do for tonight. I've just been pacing around my room for the past 30 minutes. It's nearly midnight, but I'm too excited to sleep yet. Wait, what? Too excited to sleep yet. I've gone over everything in my axiom multiple times. I'd say I'm good on supplies. I pull up my axiom to send a message to Aaron. Hey, Aaron, if it's alright with you, can I come over tonight? Or can you come out here, whichever you prefer. And send. It's kind of late, so I prepare myself for the chance that Aaron might not respond. Then my axiom beeps, not even a minute later. Pleasantly surprised, if a little shocked, go to open it and furrow my brow. It's a message from Kanto. Hey, can you come meet me in 15 minutes? Go to the coordinates attached, thanks. Huh? I wonder what Kanto would want at this time of night. I don't recognize the coordinates he sent me either. Where is it? What's up? Kanto replies immediately. Don't worry about it. Don't be a wimp. You have 13 minutes. What the hell? Confused, I leave my room and then head to one of the ports. When the port opens, I'm somewhat cautious. Looks like I'm still in a building, but it's dark. The moon is the only source of light I have right now. My boots echo through the halls as I look around. I peer out a nearby window, but I still can't piece together where I could possibly be. This building, wherever it is, seems to be in the middle of an overgrown forest. Cyrus, that you? I hear a familiar voice echo through the hallway. Yeah, where are you? Can't see a thing. The lights down there don't work. Come upstairs. I follow his voice and eventually find a staircase with some light pouring down it. Hold the dusty handrail as I walk up. I see Kanto further down the hall. He nods at me to follow him. Now that I can see better, I take in the environment properly. There are wires and cords all along the walls, converging into the room Kanto walked to. Turning the corner, I see him sitting on a couch. Glad you could make it. Sure, thanks for having me. I see all types of equipment I don't recognize throughout the room. Surprised with how neat everything is organized, even if I don't know what any of this is. There are basic amenities including a bed, fridge, and even a kitchenette. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my home. Make yourself comfortable. I nod. Curious, I try to check out my Axiom screen to see what part of the U.S.
It's time to drink water.
One unopened message.
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
I'll check on that in a sec. When I try to access the gate, I get an error message. No network availability. Hey, where the hell are we? Axiom not working. Kanto smirks at me. I have to use the satellites myself. There's no reception all the way out here. Kanto pulls up his own Axiom with a map. Shows me a landmass that looks a lot like South America. I can't hide my surprise. You live in the fucking Amazon rainforest? I guess. It's just a big forest to me. How did you end up living here of all places? One day when I was fiddling with ports, I stumbled upon this building. It has a lot of solar-powered tech, though it was in disrepair when I found it. Still, it's a useful hideout. Only a handful of people know about it. Only a handful? That must mean I'm special in your eyes, huh? I chuckle and Kanto rolls his eyes. Ugh, shut up, don't let it get to your head. I can't promise that. You're not even my first visitor today. I just had a friend over before you came. Oh, who's the friend? Kanto's eyes go wide. Crap. Sorry, I can't say, but you're part of the resistance now, so I'll let you in on a secret. Working closely with someone in covert ops who's investigating Rasum. We sometimes meet here to discuss private matters. Honestly, we've been working on something for a while now, but I can't go into details, not yet. Oh, in that case, I'll pretend I didn't hear anything then. That being said, I waggle my eyebrows. Feels good to know you're comfortable enough around me to let stuff like that slip. But there was that one time you blurted out Silver's name. Alright, you're not as funny as you think you are. He tries to hide his smile by clearing his throat. But anyway, enough about that. I didn't go through the trouble of asking you here just to give you a tour. He gets up from the couch but doesn't elaborate. See his tail swishing back and forth. Just gonna leave me in suspense, or... Give me a sec, I'm grabbing it. Kanto heads over to one of his many workstations. He tosses something in my direction and I catch it easily in the air. There's your gamepad thing or whatever. It should be fixed. Holy shit, the Nintendo DS. Oh, wow. I went ahead and replaced some parts. With its new efficient power source, it should last much longer now. Did you try it out like the game it came with? Did you play it? Nope, haven't tried it yet. I'm sure it works, but I wanted to give you the honors. Wow, I like your confidence. Thank you, Kanto. This will hopefully make the trip much more bearable. Yeah, well. Kanto huffs and looks out the window, his tail still flicking back and forth. So you called me all the way out here to your super secret base just for this. Know this dragon well enough by now. He has something he wants to say. Just gotta lovingly egg him on is all. He grumbles. Okay, fine, I'm not gonna have another chance after tonight. He points to the couch. You, sit. Confused, I do as I'm told. The big dragon walks over and plops himself next to me on the couch. He's starting to act comfortable, but he's still fidgeting. So... I'm getting to it! Kanto sighs, like whatever he's about to say is causing him pain. I just wanted to say thank you. Seriously. For tonight, I mean. Oh, are you doing okay? Yeah, I'm good. Mostly. He sighs and leans back on the couch. Okay, it sucks. I know I said I already accepted it was over, but I still feel down, I guess. Not upset, maybe relieved, but I'll be fine. I just need to sleep on it. That's good. I figured you'd take it better than Silver would. Finally got him to open up before you got there. I think it helped a lot. Kanto smiles. No way in hell did I think you'd be the one to crack Silver, but I'm glad you did. It feels like the least I could do considering everything you two have done for me. Kanto leans close to me, resting his elbow against the couch. He looks me over and then laughs. Funny, when I first met you, I thought you were just going to drag us down. I'd have been the scrawniest guy I'd ever seen. That oversized jacket didn't help either. I smile and chuckle. But you've grown a lot, huh? I'd like to think so. Cyrus, I have a favor to ask of you. Sure, anything. Could you watch out for Silver? I can do that. Technically speaking, Silver's the one that should be watching out for me. That's not what I mean. Mean? Then what do you mean? Kanto groans. He's always working himself to death with all these missions. I don't get it. Ash is safe. Isn't that enough? I wish he'd take a break or something, at least for his brother. Don't get me wrong, care about our cause, but we should be taking care of ourselves too. Yeah, feels like he's got a lot more going on than he likes to admit. Don't worry, I'll watch over him. Thanks. Kanto looks away, and I can tell he's anxious. Take this moment to try to lighten the mood. Speaking of the mission, Titania said I couldn't come back to the base until it's over. Maybe we'll see each other out in the field? The world's a big place, who knows? Kanto points to my hand. Just remember, now we know even axioms aren't perfect. True. Oh, that reminds me, I got a message I haven't read yet. Go to my notifications. It's a reply from Aaron. I smile. Hey, sorry, but I gotta go. What the heck do you have going on this late at night? Maybe you're the one that needs a break. That's exactly what I plan to do. Aaron said I could spend the night at his place, since it'll be a while until I can again. Oh, I see. Kanto raises his brow at me. I can't help but blush. Don't get any weird ideas. Too late. But hey, before you go, why don't you give your game a test drive? Oh, sure, hang on. Oh, shit. I hold the familiar device in my hands. Oh, no, it's a Game Boy. Wait. Is it a Game Boy or a DS? I mean, from the angle, it looks like a Game Boy. Cyrus got the fucking Game Boy Advance SP Blue Edition. I hold the familiar device in my hands. Kanto scoots up closer, and we both peer down at the screen. Take a good long look at the device, not realizing I'd been staring at it for more than a few seconds. Kanto taps my shoulder. You good? Yeah, sorry. So you really fixed it, huh? Didn't actually think I'd get to play it again. Just having a piece of my past with me was enough, honestly. Super Mario Bros. 3 time. Yes! Why the heck am I so nervous? Beats me, you're a sentimental guy, so I get it. Come on, just turn it on already. Okay, here I go. I flip on the switch. I hear familiar chime, something I haven't heard in centuries. It's followed by a pause. It always takes a few seconds before the game's title screen appears. Right now it feels like an eternity. When it does, another familiar tune starts playing that instantly fills me with nostalgia. Son of a bitch! He's playing The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Not Zelda Link's Awakening. Fucking, The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. He's playing Minish Cap. It's fucking Zelda. I love him. I love you, Cyrus. Something I never thought I'd hear again. It's hard for me to hide my excitement at this point. Kanto chuckles and gives me a thumbs up, proud of himself, no doubt. I feel a flutter in my chest. Memories of my childhood come rushing back, warm and happy memories. Memories of Dad sitting with me on the couch and watching me play the newest video game. Memories of Dad trying not to laugh at my embarrassing amount of game overs. And despite that, he was always there, ready to help me when I had given up. Nothing beat the feeling of finally clearing a hard level by myself, and it was always thanks to him. I wish I could tell you how sorry I am for never getting a chance to say goodbye. But even when the world was ending, you were thinking of me. Thank you, Dad. I'll keep doing my best. Just watch me. You've never played a Zelda game in your life. I am disappointed. Just kidding. Still love you. The day is finally here. Evening comes in fast. It's already 7 at night. As much as I wanted to spend my last day at home relaxing, I had more on my plate than I realized. I guess it's fine. I'm not one to sit around and do nothing anymore. Looking around my room, I checked to see that I have everything I need. Won't be back here anytime soon, so I make sure my bed is nice and tidy for when I return. There is only The only Zelda games that I haven't played, keyword haven't, are the spin-offs and the CDI games. Other than that, I'm pretty sure I've played every fucking game in the series. I have almost 300 hours on Breath of the Wild. That should tell you where I am. I have almost 300 hours in that game. But granted, I'm more of a casual gamer than you'd be surprised how little I play video games anymore. How little I do. Laying around my room, I check to see that I have everything I need. Won't be back here anytime soon, so I make sure my bed is nice and tidy for when I return. Silver packed up all his belongings already. I haven't seen him all day. He probably wanted to tie up loose ends this time around. According to my brother, it's nothing compared to him because I think he said he has like around 1,000 hours in Skyrim. I don't know. It's been years since he said that. It's been years. Guess you'll get to see my new haircut along with everyone else. Oh, please. He touches grass more than I do. I head to the bathroom to make sure everything looks okay. Thankful Karen was nice enough to squeeze me in for a last-minute hair appointment. Got so used to the white that I almost don't recognize myself as I look in the mirror. I kind of like the black, though. Just hope it does its job and fools any would-be resume captors. I make sure my Arcadia collar is fastened and synced up to my axiom. Finally, I take a deep breath. Alright, it's time to go! I head out the bathroom, out of my room, and close the door behind me. The sun is starting to set. I see the members of my crew almost immediately and I make my way towards them. Eventually everyone looks over in my direction when they hear my footsteps. Well, speak of the devil. Whoa, didn't recognize you at first. That's a look. What do you mean? What do you think, different enough? I'll say I doubt anyone would notice you at a glance. Not too shabby, Cyrus. Might take some getting used to. I think I did a pretty good job if I do say so myself. Karen says with pride. Definitely. I'll miss coming to my favorite hairdresser. Aw, Cyrus! She picks me up for a sudden bear hug. I'll be here when you get back, but you'll have to rely on this little fox man over here until then. Silver rolls his eyes. I'm sure I'll manage. I tap out almost immediately on account of all the air in my lungs being squeezed out. Oops, sorry, Cy. Please don't kill him. He hasn't even started his first mission yet. Hey, give me some credit. It'll take more than that to do me in. See, I knew I was being careful. I cough. That's not what I meant. We all share a laugh. I look over the scenery again. Dusk definitely looks different compared to dawn out here. You know, with how often we hang out here, we should set up some park benches or something. I wouldn't mind. Gets too cold in the basement for my liking. You know that the point of a secret base is for it to be secret, right? We'll just say we're having a secret picnic if anyone asks. Let me know when they do. I'll port over to find out how that goes down. Aaron speaks up. Just so you know, I'm not going to bust you out of jail again, Yeen Queen. As if I need you to. And that was a one-time thing. For now. What'd you get arrested for? I blew something up. She blew up a resume research lab that was under construction. And my arm! Don't forget my arm! Like we could forget. Kanto snickers before Karen starts to get fired up. Before they can start to bicker, Aaron claps his hands to get our attention. Alright. Normally I'd leave you guys to it, but the sun is going down. Silver, Cyrus, come here. We do as he says. Aaron places a paw on each of our shoulders. You're going to do great out there. Remember, your job isn't to engage in unnecessary combat. Your job is to secure a source of lodestars and run reconnaissance. That being said, I know you two are capable of holding your own out there. If you have the opportunity, you better kick some ass! Right. Wouldn't have it any other way. Good. Now I know it's not your first time, Silver, but since it's Cyrus's... Hell yeah, present time! Huh? Silver suddenly pushes something onto my chest. Here's mine. Hope you like it. He smirks. Confused, I look up at Aaron. It's tradition that for your first time out, we each give you something. Oh, wait, I want to go first. Cyrus is gonna flip. Karen, don't think you should save yours for the end? What? What for? Well, how would I put this? Wouldn't it be a good idea to save the best for last? Karen gives a smug grin and nods. Ooh, good point. Alright, then. Continue. This makes me nervous for some reason. Aaron chuckles. Well, go on, open it. Sure, thank you very much. I say out of habit before feeling the box in my hands. Kind of small but heavy. Opening the lid, I see something shiny. It's a custom knife. From our practice sessions, I'd say you could use one. I'd say you could use one while we're out and about. The blade isn't like any knife I've seen before. Reminds me more of a small katana than a knife. There's a ring at the bottom of the hilt as well. It's amazing. Thank you, Silver. I'll treat it well. I'll show you how to do weapon maintenance while we're out on the road. Always gotta make sure your blades and guns are taken care of. I look forward to it. Aaron clears his throat. I got you something too. It was last minute, but I hope you like it. Aaron sheepishly produces something from his back pocket. It's wrapped in a cloth. I'm not the best at wrapping, but feel free to take the handkerchief with you. I graciously accept it, storing it carefully in my axiom. Aw, guys, you really didn't have to go through all this. Nonsense, you deserve it. Be careful though, they're fragile. Plural, huh? I carefully unravel the handkerchief. Inside is a weighty, ornate box. It fits in the palm of my hand, if only just barely. Press the button in the middle. I nod and do so. The lid opens, revealing a shiny necklace before music starts playing. It's a music box. I wanted to get you a necklace anyway, but I thought you might want something to help you sleep. Camping can be tough. I meticulously pull the necklace out to get a better look at it. I recognize that color anywhere. It's a lodestar. It almost looks like a blue pearl. Since you apparently used up the only one you had, I thought I'd get you another. I hope it helps you in a pinch. I can already feel tears welling up, but I'd hold them back. Thank you, Aaron. Do you mind tying it on for me? I'd be happy to. Aaron takes the necklace from my hand and then reaches behind my neck to fasten it. I hold the blue stone in my hand. It's clearly been polished, with how shiny it is compared to your average piece of lodestar. It's by far the prettiest one I've seen. I can only imagine how much it cost him. My debts to him just keep growing. There, how's that? Perfect. I give the big cat an even bigger hug. Our last one for a while. I miss you so much, all of you. Promise to write back as often as I can. It'll be gloomy without you, like I said before. Aaron pulls back to look me in the eye. I know you're going to do great out there. In fear of crying yet again, I stay silent and nod. After closing the music box, I pull my inventory screen out, placing both it and the knife inside. Aaron chuckles. Kanto comes up to me. Alright, Cyrus, I already gave you your gift last night, so don't get greedy. Take this with you, I unlocked it, just like you asked. Kanto pulls out the pistol from his Axiom inventory sphere. Consider this a consolation prize for showing up on time. Be careful out there, alright? Thank you, Kanto, you've been a big help. Kanto pauses and smirks. Just kidding. Huh? Kanto ruffles my hair with his paw. I've got one more thing for you. Kanto doesn't even give me an opportunity to say anything as he pulls something else out of his Axiom inventory. He passes me a rather large box. I set it down on the ground, not sure what it could be. Slowly open the top up and then reach inside. It's a motorcycle helmet. Oh wow, did you make this for me, Kanto? Sure did. You didn't have to do that, Silver already told me he had a spare. But I have to admit, having my own custom helmet, this is amazing, thank you so much! Aaron chuckles and points in the direction behind me. Turn around, I don't think she can wait any longer. Upon doing so, I see Karen looking antsy. She's tapping her foot while checking the non-existent nails on her prosthetic arm. When she catches us staring, she stops. She gasps. Is it my turn? It looks like it's your time to shine. Go for it. Be right back. She bolts behind the rocks. Moments later, she wheels something up to the road. The amount of aggression. Ta-da, your very own motorcycle, she says proudly. Wait, what? I can't accept it. This is too much. Of course you can. You're the one who helped me fix it up after all. Wait, is this the junk we've been tinkering with in our spare time? Getting a closer look, I can definitely see the similarities. Sure is, though I finished the rest of it on my own so it could be ready for you. Karen tosses the keys to me. I barely catch them. Believe me, you're going to need this if you're going to be gone that long. I want you to have it, Cyrus. I want you to have the means to explore the world the best you can. Dude, you're seriously going to make me cry. You know that? Ain't no shame in it. She comes over and smacks me hard on the back. You've got a long road ahead of you, rookie. Make sure to enjoy every last second of it. Right. Now it's Silver's turn to clear his throat. Not to steal the spotlight, but were you able to run maintenance on mine too? Sure did. It's behind that rock too. I couldn't drag them both out here by myself. Leave it to me. Thanks again. I owe you one. Get me some cool souvenirs while you're out and we'll call it even. Deal. Be right back. Silver heads over to the rocks and Kanto walks up to me shortly after. I spent all night making sure your helmet would be ready. It'll give you night vision while you're out after dark. It can even communicate with your Axiom. Hopefully it'll help out. I'm sure it will. This is probably a bad time to say it, but I don't know how to ride a motorbike. Don't worry. Silver parks his bike next to mine. No one's going to be on the highway this time of night. We'll get you some good practice. I added some self-driving tools too. Still, you should learn how to drive on your own. No time like the present, right? That's the spirit! I smile, getting myself up before heading to the bike. Ready? I think so. No, I know so. Good. Silver slides on his helmet and hops onto his bike. Try to do the same, but I have some trouble. The fuck? Want me to help you, for all time's sake? I chuckle. Sure, just you wait. Next time I'll be the one taking you on joy rides. Aaron starts to lift me up from under my armpits, gently sitting me down on the bike. I look forward to it. He leans down close to me, out of earshot. I'll miss you too, Cyrus. See you around. I blush but smile happily. I take the handkerchief Aaron wrapped his gift with and try my best to tie it around my neck. Aaron smiles before heading back to stand with Kanto and Karen. I pull my hair up as much as I can before sliding Kanto's helmet over my head. Immediately I see an interface pop up in the visor. Device sync available, proceed. Yes, can you turn on autopilot once we take off? Affirmative, would you like to initiate co-pilot mode with nearby contact Silver? Oh, yes please. Connecting. I put the key in the ignition. Feeling the engine rev for the first time gives me goosebumps. I can hear Silver in my helmet. No turning back now, killer. Shall we? Let's. I look back to the crew, waving. Please grip both hands firmly on the handlebars. Be sure both feet are placed on the footrests. Autopilot will initiate shortly. Okay. I situate myself and give Silver a thumbs up, and he returns it with his own. Silver starts to pull out, and I start to follow. It goes slow at first, a little nerve-wracking, but I'm excited to start my new journey. Silver speeds up, and my bike does the same. As we both ride off into the sunset sky, I look back one last time. I don't see them anymore. I feel a pain in my chest. I keep riding forward, eager to prove myself to the people I care about. Okay. Okay. This music slaps. It fucking slaps. I watched, some of it. I watched, some of it. I watched 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 some of it Couldn't really get into it. I'm sorry about that. I have to say, this was worth the wait. Like, every update this game releases, it's always worth the wait. They fucking ate and left no crumbs. Oh shit. For a second I thought he was going to pull a one-shot and walk directly off the screen. Okay, I feel a little lightheaded. So, I'm gonna leave off. This was amazing. So, stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.